Hello everybody, my name is Lee Rodamo with ShopSabre CNC. Around here they call me Rody. With Halloween just around the corner, we decided to do an address sign with a spooky Halloween theme. We're going to use the Sidekick 4 and the 4th axis pipe cutter to make it happen. For this project, we decided to incorporate some spider webs, pumpkins, and some spooky letters. We wanted this to be functional, yet keep the theme. Before we jump into the software, let's talk about my backstory. I'm an engine builder machinist. I can build an engine in my sleep. 5 years ago, I decided to do this. I was intimidated by the software. Quite frankly, it wasn't that bad. I learned it on my own. I utilized ShopSabre's tech support to help me through it. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Now we're in a route, let's talk a little bit about the design work. I had to think one guy assembling and aligning this whole sign. Now our fab department, there's multiple people, but only one guy assembled it. I did everything symmetrical and with tabs and slots. I used guidelines to help me through this process. Guidelines are these lines here. You might ask yourself, well, how do I get a guideline? You take your cursor, put it over the top of the rule, left click, and pull down. Now, if I want to put it in a specific spot or a specific angle, let me show you how easy that is. Right click on it, go to Edit Guideline. Let's go ahead and make it at a 45-degree angle. We'll just go ahead and highlight that. We're going to go 45, and we're going to tab that, and I'm going to come down here to rotate. I'm going to rotate it. You see how it's at 45 degrees. Now let's say we want to put it on the bottom left-hand corner. All we have to do is just go 0, tab, move. If we take that and we'll close this box down, you can see that it's at exactly 45 on the 0, 0 left point. We'll go ahead and delete that because we really don't need it right now. Now, if you come up here, you can see that I use those guidelines right here with a snap. And we're going to go over it, snap the guideline. So if I take this piece here and I left click it and highlight it, I can go right there and I pull it away. If I want to bring it back in, all I have to do is just bring it there. It'll snap right to the center. So I copied and pasted that section right there. You'll note that these are not all attached. So how will we do that? Well, we go ahead and we left click, drag over the top of it, highlight it, come over here to our weld tool, left click, and there we have it. I've already exported all these pieces already. Now what I want to do is I want to export this one piece just to kind of show you how easy it is. We're going to come up here, left click on the file, come down to export. We're going to export. We're going to use the spider here. We're just going to use it as a random file. And all we have to do is just space spider web and save. It's going to ask us if we want just that piece or the whole entire file. This particular time we want just that piece. And we're going to go ahead and click OK. Now we're all exported. What we'll do is we're going to now jump into ProNest, and then we're going to jump into Rotary Tube Pro. So now that we're in ProNest, let's start a new job. Now, I will caution you, I do have some of this done on the backside, so it doesn't take forever to do. So we're going to go over very quickly how this works. Select New. We're going to enter a job, Spooky, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to use PowerMax 85. We're going to use 75 thousandths material, mild steel, and we're going to use the fine cut. Now, just very quickly, all you have to do is just do the drop down and you can select what type of consumables you're going to use. I would normally hit create, but I've already created this. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here to home and we're going to open this back up, and then we're going to go to parts edit list. I've already pretty much put everything in there, but we're going to add one particular piece. So we're going to scroll and select our second spooky spider. If we left click on it one time, that'll show us a preview. Double click it, and it will now put a toolpath on. So let's quickly take a look at Advanced Edit. Now this is only a small peek at what we can do. If we want to change where the toolpath's at, say we don't like that, all we have to do is go to Entity, Modified Lead, come over, click at the point we want to change it to, and there. Now, what is showing you in red is there's a conflict. Something's not happening, like a toolpath is crossing itself, or it's too small of an area for the actual pierce, but you can get through all that. It's pretty simple. Now you can either move it here or you can come over here and move it here. Let's go ahead back to the nest. We're going to save that. We have all our pieces here. We can put a quantity in, but right now all we want is one. We're going to go up here to return a nest. Now you see here we have all the pieces. We're going to go here to auto nest. We're going to left click it. We're a 48 by 48 machine. We're going to click OK, and it's going to auto nest. Now you'll notice how it places different pieces in all around, and it utilizes the space. I'm going to output this, and we're going to jump into Rotary Tube Pro. Now that we're in Rotary Tube Pro 3, we could talk about this all day, but I want to show you one thing that's unique to this project that helped it out. We added a branch. It made a through cut on both sides so that that 2-inch square tube will go through the 4-inch. Now keep in mind, we used the 4-inch that we could clear under our high gantry. That helped out exponentially. So let's go ahead and get a branch in there. We're going to right click on the branch. We're going to add branch. And you see a drop down box come up. We want our length of our horizontal tubing to be 48 inches. So we'll put 48 in there. Now we're going to use square tubing. They use rectangle and square as the same thing, because the next box down below it, we're going to use the 2x2. We're just going to show you here. You can scroll down here and it does all the different types of tubing, rectangle and square. Our width is 2, our height is 2, our wall thickness, well, we're going to want to change that down to 10 gauge because that's what we're going to be using. We're going to do a near inside. If I go ahead and do this, you can see that that is not correct. We want to do the cut through. We want to do a lateral offset of, let's say, 12 inches, and we're going to orientate that at 90 degrees. And we're going to refresh. Now, you'll notice that we're too low on the pipe or the square tube. What did we miss? Well, it's pretty simple. We got the position here. We want this position to be 49 inches from the actual bottom. So watch what happens now. We're going to click off of that and refresh. Stuff. Now that we've got this piece right where we want it, this is one of the cool features about Rotary Tube Pro. We're going to export these files and get to cutting. Our address sign with the spooky theme just came back from our fab department. We used our 4th axis to cut a through hole for the branch. We cut slots down the side for tabs for easy installation. We indexed and cut our letters. This was all possible because of the ShopSabre's versatility and accuracy. With that, my name is Lee Roadhamel. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any further comments or questions, contact ShopSabre.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.